characters are bonding.
Oh, good. That's very unusual for Tamsin.
Next in our Sims challenge, we have Alexandra Bracken, who is the author of so many things.
Yes, so many books at this point.
But which character are you going to be making for this challenge?
I'm going to make Tamsin from Silver in the Bone and my new book, The Mirror of Beasts, both because I think she would be really fun and also she, as a character, would hate something like this. So definitely doing Tamsin.
So
cool.
Tell me about Tamsin.
So Tamsin is a 17, 18-year-old treasure hunter of magical relics. She is blonde and, you know, average height, average build, that sort of a thing. But she is somebody who has a heart of gold. It's just like wrapped in layers of barbed wire. Kind of takes a lot to get through the cynical armor that she wears. So she wears a lot of like very practical type stuff because they look for these magical relics in the vaults and tombs of sorceresses. They cross boundaries into other lands and so on.
And I think just one thing, I know you said her as a teen, but we should do young adult just so the game doesn't get
okay.
mad about an unattended minor.
Okay, I did not realize there was a young adult and a teen differentiation. Yeah, the teen looks like a baby here. Okay, all right, so
yeah, if you like click on the hair, you can go in and mess with the hair.
Oh my gosh, this is, okay, hairstyle, let's see. She is like shoulder length hair. Did I scroll by? Wow, there are so many choices. I kind of dig it. I wish my hair could look like that.
I wish my hair looked consistent.
This seems roughly right. And then this is color, I'm guessing. Maybe I'll go lighter. Okay. And then we can go eyes. She has some blue eyes. Lucky her.
It seems like you have a very clear picture of who she is in your mind. Is that something that comes to you quickly when you're writing a character, or does it kind of evolve as you're going through the story?
I think it kind of evolves. Sometimes I have a very clear, you know, image in mind of what the character looks like, and then other times it's more of just like an impression of like what their voice sounds like or their overall personality. But with Tamsin, I always had a very clear mental image of her because she reminded me a lot of like Florence Pugh. She was sort of my face model for Tamsin. Okay, what else can we edit here?
So you can edit so many things. I know facial structure is kind of like, what am I even doing at a point?
Yeah, well, it's giving her some nice cheeks. Okay, that's a thinner. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, I feel like that seems about right to me. You could really I feel like you could really get caught up in all this. Okay. And then accessories. I don't think there's going to be any dragon scale gloves in here, which is what the treasure hunters use to protect themselves. But let's see. Wow.
What is the status of dragons in your world?
They are extinct, they think. But in our world, they are extinct. Maybe not in other worlds. Let's see. I know, gosh. I don't know if it would be an amazing thing or a terrifying thing to discover we still have dragons somewhere in our world. Okay, we'll give her some earrings.
It seems like every piece of fiction is like, oh, they're extinct, but not really.
But not really. Medical wearables does not apply.
And then if you do kind of like a zoom out, you can then do clothes.
Oh, wait, how do I zoom out? Okay.
Does she have any colors that she
wears? Tends to like wear a lot of blues, I think, but like she's very practical because I think a lot of stuff gets destroyed that they wear.
Except the dragon scale gloves.
Except the dragon scale gloves, because nothing can destroy them, basically. We'll go pretty simple. With her, we'll just do like a brown t-shirt. Wait, is that a cardigan? I feel like she would hate a cardigan, I'm sorry. Okay, something like this is very her. Okay, we'll leave it at that. It's a little preppy, but okay. Jeans, and then let's put some boots on this girl, because she has those boots. Close enough. Maybe. I feel like those are more appropriate. Okay.
All right, so next you have to come up with like her ambitions and her traits.
Wow. Okay, she wants some money. She would like to be fabulously wealthy, but what she needs is a family, of course. Let's see, business savvy, yes. I would agree with that. Okay, and then activity.
This window is like a bit very involved because it's like you can set all of their likes and dislikes.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say, I was like, what does Tamsin actually like? She's pretty handy, I would say.
Yeah, so you can be like, smiley.
Oh, I get it. Okay, she's not really a gardener. She kills everything. She tries to plant. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden she came alive on screen. Let's see, research and debate, yes. Programming, no. Absolutely not a singer.
So if you go to these three, these are kind of like the personality traits.
Ambitious, gloomy, for sure. Oh, sorry, Tamsin. Oh my gosh, now I feel bad. The Sims look so sad.
This is what you should imagine when you're putting your characters through the ringer.
Yeah, exactly. Just gonna like build them all on Sims now. Okay, and then this is...
Or that just like randomizes.
Oh no!
But if you hit the undo, it'll undo it.
I ruined everything. Let's try this again really quickly. What did I say? She was ambitious, gloomy, and then
it was
self-assured. Okay. And then, okay, I'm not going to hit that again.
All right. And are you happy with your creation?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So if you click play, or you have to name her.
Okay. All right. Her name is Tamsin. Okay. Oh, no new quick note. Stop it.
All right. And so that is Heather Walters' character. And this is the personification of writer's block, who we've designed to be like a very mean and like starts controversy character.
I love it. Oh, it's raining.
There she goes.
There she goes. Wow.
But yeah, what does her normal day-to-day life look like?
Her normal day-to-day life is she is fighting to get by. She works part-time as a tarot card slinger, you could say, but she is not somebody who's really like mystical or intuitive at all. She's just really good at reading people. So she's good at like telling people what they want to hear and makes a decent living that way. But that's her part-time job. Her real job is that she works as a hollower, which is a treasure hunter of magical relics. So she spends a lot of time researching at their library and then kind of tracking down these portals that the sorceresses leave behind to get to their vaults.
It looks like she is getting hungry while doing her task, which means we should probably go to the kitchen and have her make some food.
Okay, let's see. So I just click on, okay, have her microwave, quick meal, or drink. That was absolutely chicken nuggets. She's a chicken nuggets person. Get those nuggies. I can see why this game is very addictive to people. It's probably for the best that I had never played Sims before this moment. I feel like my life has irrevocably been changed.
Ignore the humor and hijinks festival.
Oh, you weren't kidding. It is shaped like a little penguin. How cute.
It's got its weird shape. It is interesting. I feel like everyone's always like, yeah, my protagonist can't cook.
Yeah, I think it's because, I mean, I can't cook, so I feel like I can't, in good conscience, oh my gosh. I can't talk today. I'm tongue-tied after one day on the Comic-Con floor. Because I can't cook. I don't know that I could write a character authentically who could cook.
Do you have someone in your household who does cook?
No, I just order a lot of DoorDash and also a lot of microwavable meals. So Tamsin inherited that skill from me, popping it in the microwave.
But she's happy that she's eating her chicken nuggets. So.
Yeah, I mean, who isn't happy when they're eating their chicken nuggets? I guess a vegetarian, but...
I mean, they make fake chicken nuggets.
Yeah. I really hope they're the dinosaur-shaped ones, because those are just elite. Was she scared?
Isla is scared.
Why?
She is scared. Oh, she's scared of thunderstorms.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Don't be scared, you're not alone.
I like how you're so friendly, and then Heather is just going around like pranking all the toilets.
Oh no.
Do you try to be nice to your characters? Or...
I mean, it's a balance, right? Like sometimes you want them to win and other times they just can't win, and so you have to torment them as much as humanly possible. You have to really break the character, and that I think is what readers find satisfying, is like when they're built back up again and they are victorious in the end.
I mean, I don't know. I've filmed with Sawa Tahir before, and she loves putting a character through the ringer.
She does. I asked my friend Victoria Aveyard, who is a devoted Sims player, I was like, can you give me some advice? I've never played The Sims before. She's like, I don't know, I always just build a pool and then put characters in it and remove the ladder. I was like, okay.
There's no pool.
There's no pool at the Penguin House.
There's also no fire alarm, so like cooking and causing fires is another risk, but it seems like everyone so far has gone for like microwave meals.
What is that?
Yeah, click around. Find out.
Work out, Tamsin. Your favorite thing. Come build some strength. It's important for young women to lift weights.
What are her athletic feats?
She's really good at running from monsters, which has served her well in Avalon because there are a lot of monsters. Oh, she changed into a tracksuit. That's really cute. Oh, reached mixology level 5. I dig it.
I like how Isla is just
busy mixing away. She's trying. That's all that matters. Gold star. Oh, she's doing the leg thing. Wow. That's what I like to do at the gym when I go because it's very easy. I don't set the weights that hard or that heavy rather, but wow, okay.
oh look, you got a skill point.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, it looks like she went to bed because her energy is...
oh, darn, I forgot. Like, you do lose some energy when you work out. I thought working out gives you energy. Oh, she's asleep. Well, what good are you, Tamsin?
And so when it comes to making characters in your overall plot, like what comes first for you? The overall world and story, or do the characters come first?
It's usually... That's a good question. Sometimes it's the characters. They come first. The main character will kind of just start chatting. It always makes you feel a little bit out of your mind. But sometimes it's just like the very basic premise. And then I'm like, what character would actually live within this story? Like what character is going to be the most tested by this premise? But most of the time I would say the character comes first. Oh, somebody's naked.
That's writer's block. One of their personality traits is they're erratic, so...
All right. Listen.
But now we can brew coffee.
Tamsin does love instant coffee mix. The more disgusting, the better.
And what do other characters think of Tamsin?
A lot of people find Tamsin a bit too cynical, but she's lucky in that she finds friends in the book who are willing to kind of like work through her protective armor. And really that's just because she and her brother were seemingly abandoned by their guardian at a really young age and kind of like left to fend for themselves. And so it's a self-protective thing to be cynical and to push others away before, they can leave her again. So her main journey in the story is that she is learning how to be vulnerable again, learning to make friendships and like risk her heart a little bit.
And that's something that's always interesting about characters to me in series. Like, how do you kind of pace? You have your first book.
Right.
They get from where they started to where they ended the book. Mm-hmm. And then how do you keep them growing in the next book?
Well, I think like something to keep in mind as you're building characters is that it would be too tidy and too neat to have the character just like go through this big arc and then they've changed forever. Because in reality, what happens is when we're trying to learn a new skill or we're trying to change our view of the world or, like if we're trying to change in some way, we backslide. So that's important to have reflected in the character's journey too. So like there are moments where she is fighting the instinct to kind of emotionally shut down. There are moments where I like to think of it as, okay, this is who she is at the start of the book. And then do I want her to be completely different at the end of the book? Or do I want her to feel similar but have gained some new skill or some new kind of emotional current to her life? So I tend to think about it that way. But usually by the end of the first book, they've made some progress into finding happiness. And then something terrible happens at the end of the first book. And then the second book has to address that again. Keep her from backsliding into cynicism and all of that. Okay, I saw that
Speaking of backsliding into cynicism, she's energized now.
I know, now she's hyper. I wish coffee had this much impact on me because frankly, I think I am now immune to most caffeine levels.
Yeah, do you ever have a thing where it just makes you sleepy again? And you're like, this is not good.
Yep, I know that all too well. Okay, it looks like writer's block has put some clothes back on, so that's progress. I'm gonna picture this now, this Sims character every time I have writer's block. I'm gonna picture her eating this salad.
I tried to make such a terrifying looking.
I know, she's so creepy. She looks like a ghost, which is appropriate. She haunts authors.
Isla is not having a good run of it.
Where is she? Is she?
I think she must be asleep. She's having a nightmare.
Oh no! Wow, there she is.
The characters are bonding.
Oh, good. That's very unusual for Tamsin.
I was gonna say, is she a friend maker?
No, she's usually the one who is befriended against her will. There's one character in the book, Neve, or the series Neve, who is she kind of forces Tamsin to be her friend, but Tamsin wants to be her friend. She just doesn't quite know how to go about it.
I guess it's slightly easier from a writer perspective if someone is reluctant to make friends, because then you don't have to have a whole backlog of people they know.
Yeah, I mean, there's usually something in the characters. If the characters like that, they have something in their past that authors refer to or writers refer to as the ghost, and it's some event that has irrevocably changed them and created this innate fear in them that they have to overcome. And so for Tamsin, her ghost is that she was abandoned, and she from that stems this feeling of nobody would want me, nobody would want to be friends with me, nobody would want to be this sense of worthlessness that comes with the feeling that you've been abandoned and you were unloved and all of that. So
I love that there's an insider term for that.
Yeah, it's the ghost.
Are you someone who has a writer's community that you work with?
Yeah, I mean, writing is such a lonely gig when it comes down to it, because it's really just you and the characters that live in your brain and your computer. And in my case, my little dog who stares me down from the couch as I work. So I have, a bunch of author friends that I've met over the, I guess it's 14 plus years I've been writing books. And we chat throughout the day and have group chats and keep up with the news and all that, which makes it nice.
I'm sending her back to her working.
Work on some wood. Craft sculpture.
Horse or knife block?
I feel like she's more of a knife block person. She's a little more practical. Actually, her love interest in the book whittles. It's his hobby.
For a second, I thought you were just saying that's his name.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Whittles. I feel like she'd be handy with a saw. Oh, wow. She just slashed it like it was a machete.
She'll get there. And how did Tamsin get from being abandoned as a child to where she is now?
So her adopted father, his name is Nash, he was the one who was originally this specialty treasure hunter of magical relics. And he was a member of a guild, and oh wow, she's doing push-ups? Wow, she looks very pleased with herself now. Just gonna
here's our knife block. Let me move it.
It looks like...
it looks like a knife block.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I feel like this is handy. Hey!
No one in this household cooks, but we have a knife block.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they want to murder each other, if a murderer enters the household, they now have a weapon. Check out my knives, writer's block. She's getting hungry again.
And tired.
Well, she was doing push-ups to celebrate finishing that beautiful knife.
Maybe she should have cooked instead of...
I feel strongly she could at least do a grilled cheese.
All right, single serving grilled cheese it is.
Do it, girl. Sounds delicious.
Just glitches into the counter.
You know what happens to all of us. Reminds me of did you ever watch the show Reboot?
Yes.
Classic. I feel like I'm showing my age, but love that show.
I'm sure that's something nowadays kids would be like, what in the world
I know. Hygiene. Oh, girlfriend, you might need to take a shower soon.
Well, she has been like working out
Yeah, that's
nonstop.
true.
I mean, look
She's
at her
been-
arms.
Whoa, she's been pumping iron. She's got like legitimate guns. Look at that. I don't know if I can say that word on video.
You can say it.
Okay.
I mean,
She looks like she could beat me up. Which is good, because she has to get out of some real bad situations and booby-trapped, cursed vaults.
well, right now her only bad situation is eating a grilled cheese sandwich.
Your needs.
But it came out pretty well.
Yeah. It's interesting that she's wearing glasses. Okay. Wash your plate, girl.
Yeah. In older versions of The Sims, that was always like an automatic thing The Sims would do, but now they don't always. It's like a personality trait. So it's good that she actually does it.
Yeah. She could leave it to writer's block to do. Writer's block would deserve it.
I like that I designed Writer's Block to be very like mean and confrontational, but so far Writer's Block has just been kind of sleeping on the couch.
Maybe she's going to wake up grumpy. Okay, Tamsin went back to bed. I don't blame you, girlfriend.
So how do you think Tamsin did in this household?
I think she's been surprisingly social for her. But I'm proud of her for...
Well, maybe this is like a vacation that she went on.
Yeah, like, I don't know. She's trapped in the house. She's got to make some allies in the house. I do hope she eventually takes a shower, because I think she's going to need it. So I pitched Silver in the Bone and the Mirror of Beasts as being kind of like Tomb Raider or Indiana Jones meets The Witcher, with a lot of Arthurian and Celtic lore thrown in. It's a wintry book with like lots of big twists and turns and romance, and I think it's really fun and you should read it.